Welcome my friends, and this is second edition of General Tips and Tricks. So let's start with something simple. Certification page. Where to find it and what can you get from it? To locate this page, press escape. On the bottom of the screen you'll see icons, and one of them is certification. Basically, in certification page you can find every certification item you can get for any class and vehicle. And also, in this page only, you can find squad leaders certifications. So in squad leader certification you can get spawn beacon, through which you can spawn your squad mates, request reinforcements, either offensive or defensive, and smokes. As well as command channel, which is accessible through numpad key number 7, which allows you to talk with other squad leaders or platoon leaders. If you go to game settings and look at general page, next to text fixed minimap there is checkbox. If it's checked, it means that minimap will be fixed, meaning that up will be north, down will be south, and everything else. If you disable this option, it will mean that you will show up in minimap as stationary and world around you will turn. This might actually help you to hunt down enemies and will help you probably locate your enemies easier, depending on your playstyle and preference. If you look at your left bottom corner, you will see support button. Click on it. You will see that you can select different options. If you click on command list button, it will bring up a new window which will show you all the commands you can use in chat. All of these are mighty useful. I like especially the one called squad disband. So now let's get back to the game. And did you know you can place waypoints without opening your map? All you have to do is just use your cursor and right click on your minimap, and you can place all the waypoints you need. If you're driving any vehicle or flying any aircraft, I would recommend you to do that with engineer class. Because when you are hit and you're already burning, nanite auto repair system will not help. And if you have fire suppression and you have used it once, well, it has cooldown. So that's where engineer's repair tool comes in really handy. After all, it's much faster than nanite auto repair, so be sure to pick engineer if you're flying or driving. And talking of vehicles, let's say you have spawned a vehicle and you want your friend to be able to drive it. All you have to do is just to press page down. A little window will pop up on your screen, and all you have to do now is just to click platoon/squad only and then save changes. This will allow anyone from your platoon or squad to be able to drive it. And there's another option in there called locked. This will mean that vehicle be only accessible by you and no one else, not even for passenger seat. And while I have this tank, I want to show you how to drive it backwards without any problem. If you have tried to drive tank backwards, you'll notice that controls switch, and that's not really handy for a vehicle. Or maybe is it? Well, if you turn your weapon backwards and start driving, you can use the same buttons to steer the same way you would do if you would drive forward. So knowing this, you can escape enemy without turning around. Of course you're gonna drive slower because you're driving backwards, and still, you'll be able to drive easily. Well, let's say you give your friend ability to drive and you go for gunner seat instead. When you're in gunner seat for any vehicle, I would recommend you to turn down sensitivity, due to the fact that you don't move, and therefore you need more accuracy. In settings you can change vehicle sensitivity, which will apply to gunner seat too. And maybe you have gaming mouse on which you can change sensitivity by just pressing one button. I would recommend you to use it, instead of just tinkering with mouse sensitivity in game. Looks like still there are people who don't know how engineer's adaptive construction engine works. If you look at its description, you'll see that it not only constructs turret that you have selected, but also ammo pack. So question, how to get this ammo pack out? So this engine works just like a gun. It has two firing modes, so to speak. So if you select this engine, press B before placing your turret down, you'll see that the turret changes to ammo pack. So you don't have to waste your utility slot for this ammo pack. You can place tank mines, C4, proxy mines, anything, and still be able to place ammo packs on the ground. Infiltrators may have noticed this. You can resupply from enemy ammo packs. And so if you see on the ground that enemy has placed ammo pack and you're low on ammo, just go straight for it. It will resupply you. So here are two interesting ways you can use C4. First, you can place it on ceiling, so enemy will not see it and will still blow up if you trigger it. Second is you can use it on flash and drive it to enemy center and blow it up. Or maybe you can use your infiltrator buddy to use his wrath module flash to get those C4s to the destination with stealth. While we are talking about explosives, placing proxy mine in perfect position is kinda hard, but here are a few tips. Place proxy mines in the corners so enemy doesn't see it, or maybe just place proxy mine on the vehicle terminal or any other terminal to just say fuck you to your enemy. Also, as an infiltrator, you can use your stealth to get in big crowds of enemies and throw your proxy mine. It will blow itself up once it's detonated, and you will get quite a lot of kills. When you're fighting your enemy, usually it's a good idea to stop and listen for a second to environment around you. You might hear enemy shooting behind you or close to you. This is important because not always all the enemies are lighting up. Some of them are using silencers, as well as infiltrators are making noise when they are cloaking and decloaking. So when you hear an easy target or enemy that is trying to sneak past you, go and get him because he can make havoc behind enemies' lines. If you look at any weapon statistics, you can see next to reload there are two numbers. One is for long, another one is for short reload. So long reload is when you have completely emptied your clip, but short reload is when you have still some bullets in your magazine left. To really easily demonstrate the long and the short reload, you can test it out yourself by using Commissioner or Underboss. You have to shoot 3 or less bullets to have short reload, or 4 or more to have long reload. So I recommend you to reload your weapon when you have about 10 bullets out of 30 left. This will of course give you short reload, and you will be able to get back into fighting much faster. Well, my friends, if you learned something through this video, I'm happy for you. And also I would like you to subscribe to my channel and so on and so forth. You know what to do. And hey, maybe you haven't played Planetside at all and you want to try it. So I placed a link in this video's description leading you to a place where you can register, that is making a new account, and if you log into Planetside and you have registered to this page, you'll get the weapon and also XP boost for 1 day. So as the last thing in this video, I want to thank you Binary Warrior for helping me to make a few clips on this video. Cheers mate, and guys, I see you on the Woodman.